Okay, Dayton City Commission meeting will now come to order. Please rise for the invocation and remain standing for the pledge of allegiance. This morning, the invocation will be given by Commissioner Joseph.
Dear Lord, thank you for your many blessings. We look toward your example as we set out to lead our community. May we be reminded of your strength and also your wisdom, and may we learn through your example. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Ms. Blackshear, may I have the roll call, please?
Mayor Mims.
Aye.
Commissioner Joseph.
Aye.
Shaw.
Aye.
Fairchild.
Aye.
Turner-Sloss. Aye.
Okay, may I have a motion then to approve the minutes from the October 2nd meeting?
So moved, John.
Second the motion, Your Honor.
Okay, it's been probably moved and seconded to approve the minutes from the October 2nd meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Okay, Ms. Blackshear, excuse me, do we have any petitions?
All have been distributed, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any additions or deletions or comments to the calendar?
I have none, Your Honor.
Have none? Okay, Ms. 16, do you have any additions, deletions, or comments to the calendar?
Your Honor, I have no additions or deletions to this morning's calendar. I do have a few things to highlight. First is to show that we are buying 3 more electric pickup trucks, so we continue to inch away at our sustainability plan in replacing our fleet with electric vehicles. We do also have a number of things on the calendar this morning with regards to our Dayton recovery plan. So excited to bring these investments to our neighborhoods. We have 4 contracts bringing $2.5 million of Dayton recovery plan funding to Miami Chapel, Edgemont, and Wolf Creek for reinvesting in neighborhood curb and sidewalk. We also have a tree service award of contract for clearing and disposing brush and vegetation from 92 properties located within the Five Oaks neighborhood. So excited about those neighborhood investments, and that is all I have to highlight this morning.
Ms. Blackshear, do we have any citizens who are registered to speak on calendar items?
One citizen who has registered to speak for calendar items.
Okay.
I would like to state that there is a 3-minute time limit. As you address the commission, we ask that you state your name and address for the record. At that time, I will turn on the green light. When the green light comes on, you will have 3 minutes to speak. After you have spoken 2.5 minutes, a yellow light will come on. You will have 30 seconds remaining to speak. When the red light comes on, you will be asked to cease your comments and to take your seat. To the audience and attendants, please be mindful this is a business meeting, and we kindly request that during this portion of the meeting, you refrain from any hand clapping, finger snapping, or conversations that will prevent the City Commission from hearing the speaker's comments. I call to the podium Moselle Garcia.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and address for the record.
Moselle Garcia, 531 Belmont Park North, apartment 710, Dayton, Ohio, 45405.
You may begin.
I am before you on behalf of Reverend Dr. P.E. Henderson, Jr., pastor of Corinthian Baptist Church. We would like to change Gold Street that runs right in front of our church to Reverend Dr. P.E. Henderson Way. We appreciate anything that you can do to expedite this matter. Reverend Dr. Henderson is an invaluable member of the Dayton community, and he has been such for a number of years. I know this because I met most of you because of him. And I thank you for what you've done for our Dayton Scholars Day Camp that he initiated, our Dayton Scholars After School program that he initiated. He also has been a watchman for the Wright Dunbar Credit Union that his father started in 1955. And that credit union is still going on in the community today, serving the Dayton community. He also built the Reverend Dr. P.E. Henderson Sr. Family Life Center. And he built that with one goal in mind, that it was to serve the youth of the Dayton community. And he has done that. We have the Airman Basketball League there. And this league, what I love so much about it is that it keeps young males off the streets from the hours of 3 o'clock until 8:30 weekly, every day, weekly. And a former NBA player, Daquan Cook, also works in that program. So we have been very, very, very blessed. 3 minutes is not enough time for me to tell you about Reverend Dr. Henderson. And I came prepared to speak from A to Z. So therefore, I am going to take my seat at this time. I know that you know him, I know that you love him, and I appreciate your allowing me to speak. Thank you.
Well, we can ask a question or two.
Yeah.
That will allow you a couple more seconds.
Okay.
All right. Commissioners, thoughts, questions?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Ms. Garcia. It's a pleasure to see you this morning, as well as members of the congregation. Thank you, ladies, for being here this morning. You're absolutely correct. We really appreciate the leadership of Reverend Dr. Henderson and all of his tireless efforts and his service in the Dayton community. And I just wanted to thank you for being here, and thank you for, as well as the planning department, for introducing this legislation for the temporary renaming of Gold Street to Reverend Dr. P.E. Henderson. So thank you.
Thank you. And you are exactly correct. Janice Rucker and Dolores Devane are here from Corinthian Baptist Church, and Ephraim Goldsmith also is a part of the committee.
Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Fairchild.
Yeah, well, Mrs. Garcia, it's great to see you this morning. And you are right, we do know Dr. Henderson, and we do love Dr. Henderson, and I suspect each one of us up here consider him a close personal friend and love him dearly. I'll just take my moment to share one of my favorite moments with him. It would have been in 2008 on election night, and as you know, we were gathered back there in that room back off the sanctuary,
Yes.
and we had TVs hooked up to watch the results come in, and they called Ohio for President Obama. And I looked over at Dr. Henderson and I asked him, did you ever think in your lifetime? And he just shook his head no, like he was in complete disbelief and incredible pride in our nation that did something that was very remarkable that day.
Yes.
Tell him I'm still waiting for him to get me a date.
Okay.
Because he said he wanted me to get back up in the pulpit.
Yes.
So let him know that I'm waiting for that date, and
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
And we're very grateful for his service to our community, for you doing this, and we look forward to honoring him.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Commissioner Shaw.
Yeah, I would just echo what my colleagues have said today. He is a great mentor and friend for my entire life, I think. And then also, you, Mrs. Garcia, as always, from when I was a little boy, you tell me to do something, I'm going to do it.
That's right.
So thank you for being here, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Joseph.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, I agree with my colleagues. Reverend Dr. Henderson is a good man. He's a great leader in the community. He's been a friend, and I'm sure we can figure out something in this way. I want to stress again, he's a good man in a tough profession, and he's done great things for this community. So thank you all for being here. Of course, we support this.
Thank you.
I could add a lot since he and I went to school together, fourth grade through graduation. Okay, so clearly all the accolades that have been shared are very valid. So, thank you so much for being here, and for the work that you do as well.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That is all, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So at this time, I'd like to have a motion then to approve the city manager's recommendation. I understand we have a need to separate a couple of issues. Commissioner Joseph, you want Stand on those.
Yes, sir. I'm not going to vote on C9 and C10 because they have to do with my employer.
Okay. So we will
We have
allow you to
comments, right?
abstain on that. Let's have a,
I move to accept the recommendations
We didn't do,
minus the,
we
pardon me?
didn't do the comments. Comments.
Oh, right, sorry.
It's okay.
no.
I'll be very
You'd like to-
brief. I just wanted
Commissioner
to
Turner-Sloss, I'm
highlight,
sorry.
Ms. Dixine, thank you very much for highlighting those calendar items. I'm very excited to see the additional work that's taking place with item number 8, Rising Tree Service, and just to kind of highlight some of the areas in which those 92 vacant properties will be receiving some attention in terms of the removal of the overgrown vegetation is Neal, Five Oaks, Rockwoods, Salem Avenue, which will continue some of the investment that we're making on Salem Avenue. So I think that would definitely add a very pleasing aesthetic, if you will, component to all of the great demolition and the road resurfacing, everything that is taking place, the new street lights. So happy to see that Salem Avenue made it on the list, as well as Manhattan, Kenwood. And so again, just a lot of great work that is being done with our Dayton recovery plan. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Fairchild.
No, just excited about these investments from the Dayton Recovery Plan. Thank you, Commissioner, for lifting up the vegetation removal.
Okay, Commissioner Shaw.
Likewise.
Okay, okay, we all good. Motion then to allow the extension of those two items for Commissioner Joseph.
Do them all without.
Yes, I move to accept the city manager's recommendations, accepting the two items,
C9 and C10.
C9 and C10.
Okay,
Second, Your Honor.
okay. It's been probably moved and seconded to accept city manager's recommendations with the exception of C9 and C10. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Okay. Now I'd like to have a motion then to accept those two items.
I move to accept the city recommendations on C9 and C10.
Okay.
Second motion.
Okay, it's been probably moved and seconded to accept items C9 and C10. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Okay, thank
And
you.
I abstain.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, legislation, Ms. Blackshear.
First reading ordinance number 32119-24, authorizing a technical amendment to ordinance number 32067-23, repealing portions of ordinance number 31514-16 in order to terminate the Southwest Community Reinvestment Area, repealing portions of ordinance number 31515-16 in order to terminate the Inner West Community Reinvestment Area, and establishing and describing the boundaries of the West Community Reinvestment Area in the city of Dayton. Second reading ordinance number 32116-24, amending sections 152.01 through 152.99 of the Revised Code of General Ordinances concerning public nuisances. Mayor Mims.
Aye.
Commissioner Joseph.
Aye.
Shaw.
Aye.
Fairchild.
Aye.
Turner-Sloss.
Aye.
Second reading ordinance number 32118-24 to vacate the southern portion of Buckeye Street at Wayne Avenue. Mayor Mims.
Aye.
Commissioner Joseph.
Aye.
Shaw.
Aye.
Fairchild.
Aye.
Turner-Sloss.
Aye.
First reading resolution number 6830-24, honorarily naming Gold Street between James H. McGee Boulevard and Delore Street as Reverend Dr. P.E. Henderson Jr. Way. Second reading resolution number 6829-24, approving the submission of grant applications and authorizing the acceptance of grant awards from the Miami Valley Regional Planning Commission under the Transportation Improvement Program. Mayor Mims.
Aye.
Commissioner Joseph.
Aye.
Shaw.
Aye.
Fairchild.
Aye.
Turner-Sloss.
Aye.
And that is all I have, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Blackshear, do we have any citizens who are registered to speak?
One citizen who has registered to speak, and I'd like to remind the audience of the 3-minute time limit. I call to the podium Yusuf Alzain.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yusuf El-Zain, 4906 Amberwood Drive, Dayton, Ohio. On the way here, I hit a squirrel, and my heart sank all the way from Huber Heights to City Council. And I can't imagine how a human being can shoot and kill another human being, let alone a squirrel. The anniversary of the war in Gaza was October 7th. I'm here to speak about a term that I learned from my fellow Jewish activist looking for peace. The term is never again. I found out that never again is a phrase that expresses the vow to prevent genocidal acts like the Holocaust from happening again. Genocide and the suffering it caused can be difficult to comprehend. It's a tragic reminder of humanity's capacity for both cruelty and resilience. Never again is used by Holocaust survivors, politicians, and others in many contexts, including Holocaust memorials, education, a call to action, a moral philosophy, a warning, a prayer, or a vow. Eli Wiesel described never again as a prayer, a promise, and a vow. Amical Lau-Lavie wrote during the annual International Holocaust Remembrance Day, what does never again means in 2024? He wrote, I'm a proud Jew, an Israeli-American, a queer peace activist with second-generation traumas and a heap of hurts that seek to heal, determined not to give up, on hope that will forge a path for peace, repair, and reconciliation for Israelis and Palestinians, and for people torn by rupture everywhere. Never again for me today means never again for anyone. Only together can we survive and thrive. 80,000 tons of ammunition has been dropped on Gaza alone. Little bit less than 300 square miles. So imagine that. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you, Mr. El-Zain.
That is all, Your Honor.
So, okay, Ms. Dixon, any closing comments?
I have none, Your Honor.
Okay. First of all, I forgot to say welcome back. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Blackshear, any closing comments?
I have none, Your Honor.
Okay. Commissioners, Commissioner Turner-Sloss, any closing comments?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I would just like to thank the planning staff as well as our law department. Thank you, P&D, for your work and the initiative and all that you're doing to highlight the need for the CRA. Nonetheless, I know that we were able to repeal some previous ordinances from 2016 so that we can make sure that we have a more comprehensive approach that will include other neighborhoods, including Westwood. So again, I just wanted to uplift the work of our planning and neighborhood development staff as well as the law department. I'm so excited to see this on the calendar. Again, that was calendar item number 12, ordinance number 32119-24. So I look forward to the great work that we will see that will come out of this. I also would like to thank Ms. Mardell Garcia. Thank you for being here, as well as the members of the Corinthian Baptist Church. Again, please send our regards to Reverend Dr. Henderson. Thank you, Mr. El-Zain, for being here this morning. Thank you for your continued advocacy. I also would like to thank you for your leadership this past Sunday and the remembrance and being united on the front, where a number of faith leaders joined us this past Sunday at the Turkish Community Center. So thank you for your leadership. I would also like to thank my colleagues. Many of us joined together in the remembrance of the tragic event that took place in October 7th. So again, thank you to my colleagues, and I think that's all I have this morning.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Just one last thing. Oh, excuse me. I apologize. So we have great news, I believe, today at 11. We have the groundbreaking, right, for the West Pod. So that's very exciting on Abbey at the West Branch Library site. on the footprint of the
Wright
help me out.
Factory.
Wright Brothers. Thank you. The Wright Brothers factory. It's early. And then also we have a number of things that will take place. Thursday, we have the team march with the mayor and a number of my colleagues. We also have, I'm still in your thunder, Commissioner. I know I'm gonna drop the ball somewhere,
No,
so you
you're
can pick
fine.
it up.
We're
We
accustomed
also
to it.
have the groundbreaking as well. There's a groundbreaking with Habitat for Humanities on Thursday, so just a lot of great work that is taking place. And so I look forward to joining my colleagues this morning as well as tomorrow. And I think that's all I have.
Good?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm good.
Commissioner Fairchild.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that next week we will have the second reading for the naming of Dr. Henderson's naming of the street, and then we'll take a vote on it then. And so look forward to next, well, and that'll be an evening meeting. So if people want to come out, we'll take the vote then, if you were curious why we hadn't voted that through. And I want to remind people that early voting has begun, and it's very important to get out and vote, and I hope everyone exercises their citizens' responsibility to get out and vote in this election cycle. And then, again, Yusuf, thank you for your leadership for Sunday evening, as Commissioner already said, and also thank you to the Dayton Jewish Federation for hosting their event in remembrance of those who died on October 7th. As a person of faith, in these difficult times, I have to go deep into just the core of my beliefs. And two things have stuck with me. One is, blessed are those who are mourn, for they shall be comforted. And so pray comfort for all who are mourning. And a reminder that we have people within our community who are mourning, people who have died in Gaza and Israel, in Lebanon, and other places. And then the second is the harder one, which calls me to love my neighbor. And it doesn't distinguish who I love. And so in the midst of war, when you have people that you love on both sides of a conflict and violence, you're brokenhearted. And I actually think that's what blessed are those who mourn means, is those who have the same heart as God, and God's heart's broken in this violence. And so continue to recommit ourselves to prayer and to put legs to those prayers and to work for peace.
Commissioner Shaw.
Thank you for that. I just want to thank the board and executive director of the Boys and Girls Club in Dayton for inviting the mayor and I and several other leaders, stakeholders in the community to meet the executive director of the National Boys and Girls Club of America. Came to tour the facility and to look at the plans for the future and the things that the possibilities that we can do. That's rare. She does not often make it out to individual branches, and chose Dayton because of the great work that the executive director is doing. I just look forward to the future, and so does she. So I just want to thank the mayor for joining me and many others, and it was really exciting for the future.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Joseph.
You know, my colleagues have covered it very well today. Thank you very much, all of you, and that's all I have, Mayor.
Okay. Well, so I have the honor, actually, to further honor Reverend Henderson and the members of Corinthian Church, because there were your two members, Mr. Al Freeman, deacon, and Mr. John R. Smith, deacon, who started the work with the Concerned Christian Men some 15, 20 years ago, I think 20 years ago. And then in about 5 years later, they started the Teen Voting March. And that is the march that Commissioner Turner-Sloss referred to that we would be doing tomorrow. I was asked at that particular point in time, I think I was president of the Dayton Board of Education, to help with that march as well as Willis Blackshear Sr. And it's something that we have continued to do in their passing. And the aspect of moving young people, this year, I think we have 200 young people from all the Dayton Public Schools, Mount Street Academy, Horizon School, as well as Trotwood Madison School. To our blessing, I think we also going to have bands from Trotwood, Belmont, and also Dunbar. They will be taking part, as well as the ROTC groups, as far as the band is concerned. So I am really honored to be able to still continue that project with them, along with the black elected officials of Montgomery County, where Brandon McLean is president, and myself, first vice president. Commissioner Shaw is the treasurer. So the aspect of us moving those young people through the streets of Dayton at approximately 10 o'clock, 10:30 on tomorrow, and then letting them vote for the first time in their lives. And as we have each year, more and more of them are bringing their parents to march with them. We communicate with them about the issue that those communities that vote the most get the most. And I also sometimes have them repeat it, so I'm not going to ask you guys to do that, but I'll say it again. Those communities that vote the most get the most. And so the aspect of 4 reasons why you vote, for things that benefit you, your livelihood, your family, and your community. That's it. Not because the candidate is white or black, tall or short, male or female, Republican, Democrat. We keep all that out the way. We try to explain to them that for the rest of their lives, if they stay with those 4 issues, they will continue to benefit the lives of themselves, their family, and the community. So if you want to come by and stand or want to march and vote with us, you're certainly welcome to do so. And I want to thank my staff for all great help that they give me in terms of this process. And if you have an extra nickel or two because we have more kids than normal to pay for their lunch, we're happy to receive that, okay? But other than that, it's a couple other things I want to say. The Rainbow Coalition allowed me to speak at the opening of a conference that they had this past Saturday. I really very much enjoyed that. And also the Miami Valley Regional Planning Council, I sort of opened up for them because they had a statewide or national meeting, I think, here just a couple of days ago. And Mr. Joe Parlett gave some updating information about the progress that the city has made over the last year. So thank you all very much for that. So at this point in time, I accept the motion then to go into executive session.
I move that the City Commission convene into an executive session regarding collective bargaining matters to prepare for, conduct, or review a collective bargaining strategy.
I second the motion.
Okay, it's been probably moved and seconded that we go into executive session. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Okay. Thank you.
Point of order.
Roll call.
Oh, roll call.
Mayor Mims.
Aye.
Commissioner Joseph.
Aye.
Shaw.
Aye.
Fairchild.
Aye.
Turner-Sloss.
Aye.